For which of you, attending to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it? So likewise, whoso does not forsake all that he has, he cannot be my disciple. Shalom, Israel. I'm gonna start by saying all praise to the Most High Yah and Son Yahweh Shah Mashiach. All right. So by the time this come out, be our Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to the mighty, mighty, mighty kings. Happy Sabbath to the mighty, mighty, mighty queens. Happy Sabbath to the mighty, mighty, mighty prince. Happy Sabbath to the mighty, mighty, mighty princess. This is for the mighty, mighty, not for just for the mighty, for the mighty, mighty. All right. This lesson's called Judas. Ooh, the ungodly worst nightmare. Oh, JJ, we know where you're going. Before we even start this lesson, full disclaimer: you got feelings for Most High enemies. I mean, all his enemies. This lesson ain't gonna be for you. The ones who understand Most High words stand, you will love this lesson. But you got feelings for Most High enemies, all his enemies. Lesson ain't gonna be for you. Just gonna give you the heads up. The reason why I want to make this lesson, somebody want to learn this a long time too. When I first got in the truth 3 years ago, I was reading scriptures, trying to understand the scriptures after he woke me up. I got done watching Willie Lynch. Whole bunch of evil what they did to us had that fire in me. And I was reading the scriptures trying to understand it, but I still didn't get the Bible like that. I was only like a couple weeks in this truth, barely knew. But one book stood out was Maccabees. Ooh. I mean, I remember reading it, talking to my wife. I'm like, yo, this book got me fire. I was at work acting crazy. Something about this book, man. This book is for the warriors, all right? I mean the warriors, kings, queens, prince, and princess. You a warrior. This is a warrior lesson today, all right? So I want to start this scripture. First Maccabees 14, verse 9. The ancient man stayed all in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young man put on glorious, warlike apparel. That's what I got on today. I'm a warlike apparel on today. All right, Israel. It's a warrior lesson. All right. Judas, the ungodly, worst nightmare. You're just gonna keep it 100 today. Judas was a reinforcer of the Most High. All right, he was about that action. Most High sent Judas to straighten up some stuff. You know what I mean, it's one of my favorite books. I never understood it. Like, why did this book wake me up so much? I don't know. I love this book, man. Maccabees, y'all ain't know who been on my channel? Yeah, I know I like going into the Maccabees, because Maccabees, it keeps it 100. No fake stuff. It's showing you true nature of everybody. I mean everybody. I ain't just talking nations. I mean everybody. That's why I love this book, man. We got to keep it 100. Bring these scriptures out. Feelings get kicked out. No feelings in this lesson, man. Like I told you, full disclaimer. If you got any feelings for Most High enemies, all his enemies, this lesson ain't gonna be for you. So cast those feelings off. Hear the Father's words and choose the Father. All right. So Sirach chapter 7, verse 2. Father words, depart from the unjust, depart from the unjust. And iniquity should turn away from thee. And iniquity turn from you. You want them sins off you, depart from the unjust. Oh, we getting it in today. I'm just giving you the heads up. We are getting it in today. Judas was dangerous, Israel. When I tell you Judas wasn't no joke, we're gonna get it in. Sirach 33, verse 14. Good is set against evil. Good is set against evil. Simple. Good is set against evil. And life against death. Life against death. So is the godly, against the sinner. And the sinner against the godly. I'm gonna show you through these scriptures. The Father mean what he mean when he say that scripture. So like upon all the works of the Most High, there are two and two, one against another. So the godly against the sinner. I'm gonna show y'all through these scriptures the Father means what he means by that. He's not playing Israel. He really means that. Remember Judas the ungodly, worst nightmare. Oh no, Judas. Don't bring up Judas. Oh yeah. Which one was he for you? He was the righteous savior though. If you was ungodly, you ain't going to deal with Judas. Proverbs 29, verse 1. He that being often reproved, harden his neck. A person who's getting often reproved, harden his neck. Man, I don't want to hear that Bible. Forget that Bible. Okay, what's Most High going to say? Should suddenly be destroyed. Ooh. And without remedy. Most High said, all right, y'all want to harden y'all neck? The ungodly want nothing with this Bible. They don't want to keep the commandments. They don't want to come in the truth. Most High said they will be destroyed. No remiss. He's going to destroy them. When the righteous are in authority, but when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. I'm gonna show you when we have a righteous king, a righteous follower, we used to be happy. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. We're gonna break down those scriptures today. Everything I read today in the beginning, we're breaking it down to its three parts. All right. So 25. The fear of man bringeth a snare. Ooh. But whoso put his trust in the Lord should be safe. The fear of man bringing a snare. So you better not be fear man. That brings a snare, man. But whoso put his trust in the Lord should be safe. We want to be safe. Verse 27. An unjust man is abomination to the just. That means an unjust man is abomination to the just. That means the just shall have nothing to do with an unjust man. And he that is upright, in the way is abomination to the wicked. So that means the person who's upright is abomination to the wicked. Because everything an upright person does, the wicked person hates. And everything that wicked person does, the upright person is supposed to hate. We're going to see what that means today. I'm going to show you the scripture. Let's go to 2 Peter. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 7. And delivered, let me go to verse 6. And turned the city of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. Ooh. Condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example. Ooh. Unto those that should live ungodly. Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for the ungodly. What you mean, JJ? The Sodom and Gomorrah was the trailer for the ungodly when he burned up everything and everybody. And delivered just Lot, but saved Lot. Vexed, whoa, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Stop. So why did Most High burn up Sodom and Gomorrah? Because Lot was praying to the Father, because he was vexed with all the evil stuff that they was doing there. He prayed to the Father, and the Father heard his prayer, sent them angels down, and they got busy. Because why? He was vexed with that filthy conversation of the wicked. That's what I go through. I can't stand it. I love people who might come in this truth, but for the ones who just scoffers, man, I ain't got nothing to do with them, man. I be with a Bible, they still talk about wicked stuff, shouty this, woo, woo, shot this, woo, woo, nasty stuff. Like, why I'm right next to you with a Bible? Yeah, that's some ungodly, man. I know a lot of people want to get in their feelings on that part. Some of our people out there in the world, it's just ungodly. It's just that simple, man. They love being wicked. They enjoy their wickedness. For the ones who ain't got the truth yet, no one has brought it to them yet, then hey, you can't judge them. Just like all of us, we always wicked, but that don't change they wicked. I was wicked. You was wicked. We all been wicked. Accept that we all been wicked. Accept that those out there and not in this truth are wicked to the Father. Just that simple. For that righteous man dwell among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Our people in the world supposed to be vexing your soul, Israel. You supposed to have your soul vexed. If it's a righteous one. Oof. If it's a righteous one. Isaiah. It's for the nation of Israel. You gotta understand, man. Isaiah 26, verse 2. Open ye the gates, that the righteous, you gotta be righteous, that the righteous nation, which keepeth the truth, may enter in. Only the righteous going in. Like the scriptures say, the righteous we scarcely say, we're barely getting in the kingdom. The ungodly has no hope. None, Israel. You have to accept that because Judas was the one playing that. He ain't had no feelings for no ungodly. I'm going to show y'all today. Judas had no feelings for the ungodly. None. You was ungodly with Judas, you was his enemy. Psalm 1 verse 6. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, for he knows the way of the righteous. But the way of the ungodly shall perish. Precept. Says it over and over. Says it over and over. Most High don't mind repenting himself. The ungodly is most high enemies, Israel. You better accept that. You better choose the Father. You choose an ungodly over the Father, you will be caught up with his enemy then. Joshua 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. We got that good courage. Them warriors. This is that warrior lesson. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy Yah is with thee, whatsoever thou goest. The Father say, I'm with the righteous. I know the way of the righteous. That's the precept. I'm with you wherever you go, y'all righteous. As long as you keep my commandments, don't be scared of man or nobody, because I'm with you. And he means that still to this day. Psalms 37, verse 18. Psalms 37, verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright. What? The Lord knoweth the days of the upright. That's everlasting life. And their inheritance should be forever. All praises. Be the upright, Israel. Your inheritance is forever. They should not be ashamed in the evil time. Don't be ashamed that you're an Israelite. Don't be ashamed of your fringes. Don't be ashamed of doing the high holy days. Don't be ashamed of not doing the wickedness, man, not partaking in all that stuff, following most high laws, reading the Bible, being thankful that the Father woke you up. Don't be ashamed. They should not be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of famine, they should be satisfied. There's a famine coming. The Father said, you're going to be satisfied. That's two famines. One is going to be food and water in His word. But if you've been quenched not that spirit, them Bible words are right here. But the wicked, shall perish. Damn, I'm telling you, don't keep saying it over and over and over and over. But the wicked shall perish. And the enemies of the Lord, see that? And the enemies of the Lord, not your enemies, is his enemies. If you don't keep the commandments, you are enemy to the Father. If you love the nations, you are enemy to our Father. And the enemies of the Lord should be as the fat of lambs. Ooh, they should consume. Ooh, and to smoke. Ooh, should they consume away? Ooh, yeah, most I ain't playing about his enemies. He said he gonna pay them to their face. He ain't playing, is there? Don't be caught up with his enemies. And don't be his enemy. Keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Go in the law. Find out. Some people who don't, if y'all new, comment, say, I don't know what commandments you keep saying. I'll make a lesson for y'all to show y'all in the Leviticus numbers. Know what I mean? Whoever knew, don't know all the commandments to keep, is more than the 10. You gotta go in Leviticus numbers. You gotta go through the whole Bible to find out all the commandments we supposed to be keeping. Deuteronomy 20, verse 4. For the Lord your Yah is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. The Father said, I'll fight for you, righteous, against your enemies to save you. And enemy means enemy. You can't sugarcoat enemy. We're going to get into some enemies today. Judas knew what these scriptures meant. Had that Judas spirit, man. Not scared. Maccabees, man. He didn't play, man. Anybody disrespected the Father, he was on fire, man. That's that spirit you're supposed to have. But I was trying to say, vengeance belong to him. But you don't supposed to be still want to be all buddy with him. That should vex you, man. I'm gonna show you how Judas got down. Psalms 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods. Before I get into these scriptures, Judas was a what? Ye are gods. All you are children of the Most High. But you shall die like men and fall like the princes. When we be ungodly, we die like men. When we godly, we live forever. That's what happened to us. So now let's get into it. First Maccabees, we're gonna set the stage. Judas, the ungodly worst nightmare. Where did ungodly come from? We gotta set the stage. So let's go to First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, here were the ungodly, who persuaded many, they persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Let's go be with the heathens that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have much sorrow, man. Keeping the commandments, man, you get beaten and all types of stuff. We cool, man. The nations all beating us all the time, man. I'm good. Let's go be with the heathens. So this advice pleased them well. That's the ungodly, and they bringing more ungodly with them. Then certain other people were so forward hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license. They got a license to do after the origins of the heathen. So now these Israelites are doing everything the heathens are doing. They are working with the heathens. Okay, they are turned into ungodly. They are not Israelites anymore. They're the ungodly, and they went to the king and said, "Can we be a heathen?" Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. They built an exercise place in Jerusalem, customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised. They made themselves uncircumcised on purpose and forsook the holy covenant. Forsake the holy covenant. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We don't want nothing to do with that. And joined themselves to the heathen and were sold. What? And were sold to do mischief, was sold to do mischief. Israel, pay attention. They were sold to do mischief. Go down to verse 52. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, everyone that forsook the law, they forsook the law. And so they committed evils in the land. Oh, they committed evils in the land, Israel. They did evils in the land. Now let's get to Judas. So the Israelites, they not even Israelites no more. They're the ungodly. They're heathen now. They doing evils in the land. They doing all the stuff with the heathens. Now let's show you why I had to go down. So first Maccabees 2 verse 66. As for Judas Maccabees, he had been mighty, and strong, even from his youth up. When he was a little young brother, he was mighty and strong. And let him be your captain. Let him be your captain. And fight the battle of the people. And fight the battle of the people. But what people? The righteous. Because the ungodly Israelites are now with the heathens. They're ungodly. Watch what he says. Take also unto you all those that observe the law. Stop. Take also unto you all those that observe the law. Why is he saying that, JJ? Because a lot of our people are not observing the law no more. They don't want to do the law. They don't want to be with the heathens. They want to be ungodly. So Mattathias, right before he died, told Judas, go find the ones that still want to keep the law and avenge the wrong of your people. Stop. Avenge the wrong of your people. Recompense fully the heathens. See, yeah, that's other nations. I just showed you in verse 11, the wicked Israelites want to be a heathen. Now they have a license to be a heathen. So that verse 68 is talking about the ungodly too. Judas, the ungodly, worst nightmare. That goes for anybody. You ungodly, Judas was your worst nightmare. Recompense fully the heathen and take heed of the commandments of the law. All right. So that was the first part. Now we about to get into some Judas. Had to bring in, set the stage. This is one of my favorite stories in the book. Judas just, whoo, be light me on fire. Y'all wonder why I be acting crazy. When I first got into it, I just read Judas. It lit that fire in me. I'm like, yo, he was no joke, man. He really was the enforcer of the father. Like the father was all right, they wilding out. Let me raise somebody up to put them in their place. That was Judas' job. The Father raised him up to put the ungodly in their place. And I'm going to show you through these scriptures. All right, so we at the second part. So Judas' story got a lot going on, so much in it. In First Maccabees, Second Maccabees. I can't get all of it. It'll be a 4-5 hour lesson. I'm just gonna bring out a good amount of stories of how he went down. All right, so we have First Maccabees 3, verse 1. Then his son, we get in verse 1 through 9. Then his son Judas, called Maccabees, rose up in his stead. He rose up in his stead of his father Matthias. He was a mighty man. And all his brethren helped him. So did all they that had held with his father. So the ones who was rolling with his father that wanted to keep the law, now they rolling with his son Judas. And they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. Who's Israel though? The righteous. See the separation I keep trying to break down. Trying to be a little nicer to understand this. For people to get edified, not to be all woo. Woo. I want y'all to get this separation. The Father always had the separation, the righteous against the ungodly. Always, from the beginning to the end, he always had the separation. And Maccabees, I love Maccabees because it's the right there in your face separation. Like you can't deny when you read Maccabees, like, oh, it's a separation from the Israelites and the ungodly Israelites. Big separation. So he got his people is the righteous, great honor, all praises, and put on a breastplate as a giant. He was a giant, and girt his warlike harness. He had a warlike harness about him, and he made battles, protecting the host with his sword. Sling! Judas wasn't no joke. That sword was different. His ass, as he was a lion, and his axe, he was like a lion. A lion is the most mightiest animal in the jungle. That was Judas. And his ass, he was like a lion, and like a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey. Stop. But who's his prey? The ungodly. Judas, the ungodly, worst nightmare. And like a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey. Judas like, who's wicked? Who's wicked? Who going against my father? Sling! 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 That was Judas, man. He was roaring like a prey. Anybody was against the father, he dealt with you. For he pursued the wicked. He pursued the wicked. You hear that, Israel? For he pursued the wicked and sought them out. Where they at? Go get them. Oh, you serving them heathens? You ain't with the Father no more? Sought them out and burnt up them those that vexed his people. What? And burnt up those that vexed his people. He won for the nations and the 2/3 who was doing evil with the nations. That's what I keep trying to show y'all, the separation. The Father raised him up to get our leg back because the wicked puffed up, start working with the heathens, did evil to us until the Father said, that's enough. Judas, go let your brothers and sisters get their leg back. That's how it goes. Burnt up those that vexed his people. That was our own people in the nation. Don't get it twisted, is it? The ungodly is the wicked Israelites in them nations. Keep that simple. Wherefore the wicked, shrunk for fear of, oh my God, my worst nightmare, my worst nightmare. That was their worst nightmare. Wherefore the wicked shrunk for fear of him. Israel, y'all hear that? And all the workers of iniquity, were troubled. Stop, 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 stop. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity will flee from thee. So if you stood with the unjust, they the workers of iniquity. Who did Judas go after? And all the workers of iniquity were troubled. Was troubled. The works of iniquity. The Father said, Judas, go get them. Go get them Israelites that want to be a heathen. Go get them Israelites that want to serve me. Judas said, you got it, Abba. I'm coming. Because salvation, prosper in his hand. Oh, praises. He was salvation for the righteous, man. He was a superhero for the righteous. He was our savior. For the wicked, he was their worst nightmare. Which one was he for you, Israel? And he grieved also many kings. He grieved. They're like, oh my, Judas, man. We don't know what to do. He grieved also many kings and made Jacob glad with his acts. All praises. And his memorial is blessed forever. All praises to the Father for our forefather, Judas Maccabee, and his brethren, and the ones who was with him. Moreover, he went through the cities of Judea, as an Israelite, destroying the ungodly, destroying the ungodly out of them, told you, and turn away wrath from Israel. He went pursuing the ungodly of Israel and destroyed them because the Father sent him there. He was on a mission, Israel. Are y'all understanding? Judas was the ungodly worst nightmare? So that he was renowned unto the utmost parts of the earth. Oh, praises. Father say, I let Judas be renowned. Why? Because the Father got the glory just through his vessel. All praises go to the Father all the time. So he was renowned to the uttermost parts of the earth. And he received unto him such as were ready to perish. Stop. And he received unto them such as ready to perish. They was ready. What that means to perish. They bear their cross, Israel. Y'all wish I wasn't just saying that in the New Testament. That was Old Testament ways too. You gotta be ready to die for these laws, man. That's who Judas wanted to roll. You ready to die for these laws? Are you ready for sake of the wicked and die for these laws? Luke 14:26. Nah, bro, we in Maccabees though. Precept, precept. He want the ones who want to keep the law, forsake the wicked, be ready to die. Boom! Got y'all on that one right there. Precept of Luke 14, we in Maccabees. So that he was renowned to the utmost parts of the earth, and he received unto him such as was ready to perish. You had been ready to perish, man. Bear that cross. Verse 13 through 26. Let me show you my notes. Okay. Now when Sarai, prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas, he heard Judas, had gathered unto him a multitude and company of the faithful. Stop. Of the faithful. Hear that word. Judas went and got the what? A multitude and company of the faithful, the ones who faithful to the Father. That's who Judas rolled with. The 1/3, the potentially 1/3. We none of us know who we 1/3. We striving to be the 1/3. In him to a multitude and company of the faithful to go out with him to war. To what? No, to hold hands, to have a conversation. To go out with him to war. That's the warrior lesson, Israel. And he said, I would get me a name and honor in the kingdom. I'm gonna get my name and honor in it. I'm gonna destroy Judas. Watch me. I'm gonna destroy Judas. For I will go fight with Judas. I'm gonna fight with Judas. And them that are with him, and the ones that are with him, who despise the king's commandment, because they're revolting against the king, Israel. We was a revolutionary, Israel. Forget Black Panthers. We was black kings, man. We was the fathers army against them nations. We was a revolutionary. We revolted against the heathen commandments to serve the Father, as we doing to this day. And when that time comes, you better stand on that, Israel. You better stay doing that, Israel, even doing persecution. That goes for me too. We all got to pray for that strength to always revolt against anything these heathens tell us to go against Most High commandments. So he made him ready to go up, and there was with him a mighty host of the ungodly. Whoa, read again. So this heathen got who with him? And there went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him. Them wicked Israelites coming with the heathens. Trying to tell you. And to be avenged of the children of Israel. Stop. And to be avenged of the children of Israel. So the ungodly wants to be with the heathens because we were whooping the heathens' butts too with Judas. Now they working with the heathens to avenge us, the ones who was rolling with Judas. And when he came near to the going up of Bethon, and Judas went forth to meet him with a small company, who when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how should we be able to be being so few to fight against so great multitude? Hey, bro, they got a whole bunch of people. We only got a small amount, bro. What we supposed to do, Judas? How should we be able being so few to fight against so great multitude and so strong? Since we are ready to faint with fasting on this day. Man, we've been fasting, but we kind of weak. Now we are strong. Now we in the spirit. We've been fasting. Now Most High said I need to take that flesh, put it to the side, because I need that spirit to get to work. That's why he probably had us fasting, because now we strong. We in the spirit now. And to whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. No hard matter for many to be shut up a few. You ain't never heard the 300, you know what I mean, in Judges? You don't know about that? You gotta read them scriptures. And with Yah of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. The Father said, I don't need numbers. I got 5 of y'all, take out 5 million of them. I can have 5 million, I take out 10 of them. Most I don't need to do numbers. For the victory of battle standing not in the multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven. All that goes to the Father. Give the Father his praise. They come against us in much pride. What? And much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. They coming for the children, wives. The ungodly don't care. They didn't care. The nations and the wicked Israelites, they came for our wives, children, and all to spoil us. But we fight for our laws. What? But we fight for our lives. Salakia. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Stop. Most I gotta see who's gonna stand on that. Who's gonna really be about that? Who really gonna do that scripture when that time comes? But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. That's that faith in the Father. He says, I'm with the upright. I'm with the just. And I fight for you. Deuteronomy 20, verse 4. Then he say that? I'm there to fight for you, with you, Israel. As for you, be not afraid of them. So Judas understand Deuteronomy 20, verse 4. Now, as soon as he had left off speaking, he left suddenly. So he was speaking. Ah, yeah. He left suddenly. Whoo, upon them. Sling, sling, sling. So surrounding his host was overthrown before him. Soon he got done speaking that, the Father put that fire in him. He got busy. And they pursued them. There they go, word again. And they pursued them from the going down of Bertha unto the plain where were slain about 800 men of them. Judas coming after 800 men of them. And the residue fled into the land of Philistine. They running. He's pursuing them like a lion. He's probably fast. He's mighty. He's tall. He's a giant, built on fire. Got the most high spirit in him. He dangerous. The ungodly worst nightmare. And they pursued them from the going down, verse 25. Then began, then began the fear. Whoa. Then began the fear. Whoa. Then began the fear of Judas and his brethren. Wasn't just Judas, it was and his brethren, ones that rolled with him, and exceeding great dread. Oh, whoa, my God, Judas, don't mention his name. And exceeding great dread fell upon the nations round about them, insomuch as his fame came to the king, and all nations talked of the battles of Judas. Everybody say, you heard of Judas? Judas did this. Ooh, Judas did this. Ooh. Judas was no joke. Now, when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, the nation started getting puffed up, started tearing up our people, and that the forces that encamped themselves in their borders, they encamped around our borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them. How they our friends, Israel? How the God so loved the world, and they kept trying to wipe out the nation of Jacob. They kept trying to destroy all Jacob. It says it over and over in the scriptures. How are they our friends? The ungodly goes for those nations too. But now we want to feel bad for them because we got our scriptures back and it's judgment coming for them. Come on, Israel. Cast off that weak nature, man. You got to be with most high words, man. Most high words don't come back void. They always been trying to destroy the nation of Jacob. And Most had to raise a righteous brother up to save us from the nations and our own people that was going to destroy us too. So let's go to First Maccabees 5, 1 through 17. All right, you're going 1 through 17, then we get 24. We can couple scriptures. Let's get it. First Maccabees 5, verse 1. Now, when the nation round about heard the altar was built, because he built up the altar, feast of dedication, and the sanctuary renewed as before, it did please them very much. It did please them very much that we was keeping our commandments again. But they are our friends. Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob. There you go, told you. That was among them. Thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. They slinging us because we just built up a feast of dedication. In return, they start destroying all of us for us keeping our feast of dedication. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Epatha because they besieged Israel. He went for Esau, yeah. He went into their regular land where they at. He went to their home front, and he gave them a great overthrow and abated their courage and took their spoil. Abated their courage, courage. I can't say the word. Courage. They were strong, but they don't have it no more. And took their spoils and took their spoils. Also, remember the injury of the children bond, who had been a snare and an offense unto the people, and that they lay in wait for them in the ways. He went for all the nations what they did. He shut them up, therefore, in the towers, and encamped against them, and destroyed them utterly, and burnt the towers of that place with fire. He going to them nations area, burning up their towers, tearing up their place. All that were therein, all that were in. They was inside the tower. He set the tower on fire. Ah, whoosh, 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 ah, I'm burning. That's the scene. You got to understand the scene why he the worst nightmare to these people. You just sitting in the tower and this second is on fire and you all burned up. Sound like a trailer to me. Afterward, he passed over the children of Ammon, where he found a mighty power and much people. Timothy is their captain. Now he went for Ammon, Japanese. So he fought many battles with them to the length they were discomfited before him. And he smote them. Sling, sling, sling. He tearing up everybody that touched his righteous brothers and sisters, the nations and the ungodly. When he had taken Jazar with the towns belonging to thereto, he returned to Judea. After he took their towns, ruled them, put righteous people in them, he went back into the homeland. Then the heathen that were at Galilee assembled themselves together against the Israelites that were in their quarters to destroy them. Now the heathen in Galilee want to go against the Israelites who just minding their business, keeping the commandments. What they want to do? To destroy them. But they fled to fortress in Damatha and sent letters unto Judas. Hey, Judas, bro, they trying to take us out, bro. We just trying to keep the commandments, bro. That's it. And sent letters to Judas and his brethren. The heathen that are around about us assembled together against us to destroy us. That's why they took these scriptures out. They don't want you. So now you get the Galatians, we all best friends. No, that's not how that works. That's not who I was telling you to love either. And they are preparing to come and take the fortress, whereto we are fled. Tim is being captain of their host. Come now, therefore, and deliver us from their hands, for many of us are slain. They were slain, a lot of us, after the feast of dedication. We kept the feast of dedication party and all that. Those nations got upset, started taking a lot of us out. We had to send a letter to Judas, like, bro, you gonna come get us or what? All our brethren that were in the place of Tobi are put to death. Dang, all our brethren Tobi put to death. Their wives, and their children. Stop. No remorse. They have no pity for the children. Deuteronomy 28. They didn't care. But remember, Israelites are joined with them, committing evils in the land too. They are working with them. This is all the ungodly doing this to us. Also, they have carried away captives and borne away their stuff. They have destroyed their about 1,000 men. 1,000 men is one area they killed our people. While these letters were yet reading, behold, there came other messengers from Galilee with their clothes rent, who poured on this wise. They trying to read what happened in Galilee. Now the other ones on different land come, hey bro, what happened? And said these are they Apostles in Tyre, Sidon, all Galilee of the Gentiles are assembled together against us to consume us. Now in this other land, they're trying to destroy us too, bro. We just trying to keep the commandments. Now when Judas and the people heard these words, there assembled a great congregation together to consult what they should do for their brethren. They were in trouble and insulted of them. So they're like, come together, let's figure out what we're going to do. Uh, then said Judas to Simon his brother, choose thee out men and go and deliver thy brethren that are in Galilee. For I and Jonathan, my brother, will go into the country of Galilee. So they separated. Let's continue. Verse 24 to 28. Judas Maccabees also his brother Jonathan went over Jordan and traveled 3 days journeying to the wilderness, where they met with Nephathites, who came to them in peaceful manner and told them that everything had happened to their brethren. And then Galilee, they pulled up on brother. Bro, what happened? Man, bro, shalom, bro. We don't want no smoke with you, Judas. We righteous. We don't want no smoke. We the godly. Hey, man, told them what happened. How the many of them were shut up in Bazaar. They were shut up in Bazaar. And Bazaar and Ammah, Mecca, and Kamun. Sorry for the name. All these cities are strong and great. They shut our people up and doing evil to them in these lands. And they were shut up in the rest of the cities of the country Galad. And there against tomorrow they had appointed to bring their hosts against the forts to take them, to destroy them all in one day. In one day they trying to destroy all of us in that land. Hereupon Judas and his host turned suddenly by the way of the wilderness into Barzah. When he had won the city, he slew all the males, sling, with the edge of the sword, and took their spoils, and burnt the city with fire. Y'all touch my brothers and sisters? Here I come. When Judas therefore saw the battle was began, and the cry of the city was upon the up to heaven with trumpets and great sound, he said unto his host, fight this day for your brethren. So he went forth behind them in 3 companies, who sounded their trumpets and cried with prayer. He went to them, see while people was crying and begging, praying to the Father. He came and sliced up the ungodly for touching his people. Oh, praises. Then the host of Timothy, knowing that it was Maccabees, fled from him. Oh, Judas, I gotta go. Wherefore he smote them with a great slaughter. Sling. So there were killed on that day about 8,000 men. He killed 8,000 men in that land for touching his brothers and sisters, his righteous brothers and sisters. This done, Judas turned aside to Mesphah. After he had assaulted it, he took it and slew all the males therein, and received the spoils thereof, and burnt it with fire. Judas wasn't no joke, y'all. Verse 42 through 45, and then 54. Now when Judas came near the brook, he caused the scribes of the people to remain by the brook, to whom he gave commandment, saying, suffer no man to remain in the camp, but let all of them come to battle. Hey, don't be scared, man. Don't be standing in the camp. We got to go fight for our laws. So he went first over into them, all the people after him. Then all the heathen being considered before him, cast away their weapons. Oh, Judas, throw your weapons. Here comes Judas. The worst nightmare. And fled to the temple that was in Canaan. But they took the city and burnt the temple. Dang. Well, all that were therein. Well, all that were in burnt up everybody in the city and in the temple. Thus were commanded to do. Neither could they stand any longer before Judas. Ooh. Then Judas gathered together all the Israelites that were in the country of Gilead, from the least unto the greatest, even the wives, all praise, and their children, and their stuff, and a very great host, to the end that they might come to the land of Judea. He sent us back home, Israel. He took us back home. He went in the land, sling, sling, sling. Go get my brothers and sisters that keep the commandments. The Father got us. He raised up somebody to save us. He was our Savior. He was a superhero, Israel. He was a superhero. Verse 54. So they went up to Mount Zion. We went back home. Went to Mount Zion with joy and gladness, where they offered burnt offering, because not one of them were slain. None of us were slain. So they returned in peace. All the ones who were with Judas, no one died. Because Psalms 82:6, man. They couldn't touch us. Whatever hit us, doing, boing, boing, bounced off us. We was gods, Israel. That's how being righteous, you turn into a god. That don't even make sense. You would think I'm lying when I'm reading this. Read this again. Because not one of them were slain, till they have returned in peace. How all his army, not one person died in all those battles? Because they were guys, Israel. They were guys, Israel. They were guys, Israel. Judas, the ungodly worst nightmare. Because Judas was a guy, and the ones that followed him was guys too. All right, I got one more part. Okay, so we at the last part. Hope y'all enjoying Judas. He was our superhero, but he was the ungodly worst nightmare. All right, so we have First Maccabees 6:18 to 27. Told you I can't put everything together; it'd be too long. I'm just giving you different scenes of all the stuff. If you want to, go read all the First Maccabees, Second Maccabees, and get that fire in you yourself, and find out more of the things he did. So I'm just gonna bring out the parts right here. So First Maccabees 6 verse 18. About this time they were in the tower. Shut up the Israelites. Dang, bro, why was that happening us to us, JJ? I don't know. The righteous always getting trodden down. Round about the sanctuary, saw always their hurt. And the strengthening of the heathen, they always saw our hurt. We ain't even do nothing, y'all. We just kept the commandments. That's it. Wherefore Judas proposing to destroy them. Oh, we got Judas. Let that thing go. There go Judas. Judas like, what? Who trying to hurt my brothers and sisters that's righteous? We need Judas back, man. Wherefore Judas proposing to destroy them. Call all the people together. But see, come in real quick. All y'all mighty men who righteous, come in real quick. So they came together. What's up, Judas? What we about to do? What ungodly we getting today? Besieged them in the 150 year. He made mounts for shot against them and other engines. Howbeit certain of them that were besieged got forth, unto whom, some ungodly men of Israel. Stop, stop, stop. Ungodly men of Israel joined themselves. They joined themselves with the nations that was trying to shut us up in this tower. So Jews got to get them for that then, right? I got a question. Should he get them? Or should he not do that because we the same nation? I got a question. I want y'all to put that in the chat, whoever watching. Yes or no? I want to see the real answers. All right. I'll be checking in that chat. I'll be willing. Read that again. How certain, so I'll be certain of them that were besides the got forth, to whom some ungodly men of Israel joined themselves, and they went into the king. They went to the king and said, what? How long will it be ere thou execute judgment and avenge our brethren? How long you gonna let Judas just keep being the worst nightmare, bro? The dude slinging everybody, slinging our cattle, slinging everything, burning up cities, towers. Man, what? You gonna help us or not? Dang, they snitch. We have been willing to serve thy father. We willing to serve thy father. We don't want to serve the father. We willing to serve your father, though. And to do as he would have us, we would do whatever he told us to do to be a heathen and to obey his commandments. We listen to all his commandments, not our father commandments, but your father commandments. Sheesh, Israel, this is horrible, man. This is why I get so angry, man. Why some people getting their feelings when I talk about the ungodly, man? Because a lot of people don't know these scriptures. This the part where I gotta get JJ on y'all again. You gotta accept this. Some of the people of the nation of Israel love serving the enemies. They love it. They want nothing to do with this book, Israel. because they created that way. They are created that way. Accept it and be with the righteous, and go find the ones who have an ear to hear to come be with the righteous. For which cause they of our nation besiege the tower and are alienated from us. Moreover, as many of us they could light on, they slew whoever Judas saw was wicked. He slain, man, because the Father had him do that and spoiled our inheritance. And spoiled our inheritance. We can't even be in our land. He kicking us out of our land. We're not even allowed to be in the land of Judea no more. Neither have they stretched out their hand against us only, not us only, but also against all their borders. They went against all the borders. Anybody was wicked, Judas coming after. They chasing us down like lions, man. What you gonna do? Behold, this day they're besieging the tower of Jerusalem to take it. They finna take the tower of Jerusalem and make it righteous again and holy. The sanctuary also, and Bashir have they forfeited. Wherefore, if thou doest not prevent them quickly, hurry up and go quickly, go quickly. They would do greater things than these. They're going to keep going up. They're going to get worse. Neither should thou be able to rule them. Stop. Keep trying to tell y'all this. Keep trying to show y'all this. These people love these nations ruling of us. The ungodly love the nations ruling of us. There's no end of all people. Ecclesiastes 14:16. They love the nations ruling over us, Israel, because they be doing it with the nations. Some people don't want ever to come into this. They want nothing to do with this. Keep trying to show y'all. Let's continue. Now let's go to let me get verse 28. Now when the king heard this, he was angry and gathered together all his friends. He was angry and captain of his army and those that had charge of the horse. There came also to him from other kingdoms, from out of the sea, bands of hired soldiers. And they got everybody on us. It was like, we need some help, y'all, because this ain't gonna be easy. 7, verse 5 through 7. First Maccabees 7, verse 5. There came to him all the wicked and ungodly men of Israel. Here we go again, having alchemists who desired to be high priests for their captain. We had a wicked, ungodly man want to be a priest. So he went to the king, the nations, and tried to tell on Judas and us, who was righteous, destroying all the wicked. We was trying to get people to be righteous. If you want to be righteous, we sling you. And they want to told on us because they don't want to be righteous. They rather go tell on us so the nations can destroy us. And they accused the people to the king, saying, Judas and his brethren. I mean, I hope that I was one of the brothers. I don't care what nobody say. I pray the Father that I was one of me, man. That I got to do that with Judas. That I got to be right next to Judas doing that thing, man. Judas and his brethren have slain all thy friends. We slain all thy friends. Yeah, they did that thing and driven us out of our own land. We took them out of the land because our land is supposed to be holy. So if you don't want to be holy and righteous, get out the land. Now, therefore, send some men whom thou trustest. Send some men thou trustest. And let them go and see what havoc, what? See what havoc, what? See what havoc, worst nightmare he had made among us. He's horrible. Go see what Judas have done. He is horrible in the king's land and in your land too. And let him punish them with all them that aid them. And go get anybody that's helping Judas. Dang, bro, you telling people sold us out? Duh. I'm trying to tell y'all that. Now let's go to verse 23. Our own people sold us out, man. All Israel ain't Israel. Just because you blood, that don't make you family. Keep trying to show your own people sold us out, Israel. Verse 21. But Archimus contended for the high priest. And to him resorted all such as troubled the people. Unto him resorted all such as troubled the people. Thus the ungodly Israelites in the nations are with Archimus, this wicked high priest, who after they had gotten the land of Judea into their power, they took the land again, did much hurt in Israel. Once again, we need Judas again, because our own people hurting us again, Israel. Now, when Judas saw the mischief that Archimus and his company had done among the Israelites, even above the heathen, stop. He said, above the heathen? Even above the heathen, stop. Nah, JJ, you tripping. Man, we can't be worse than the heathens, bro. You can't tell me our people worse than the heathens? They were worse than the heathen, Israel. They did us worse than the heathen, Israel. That ain't my words. Let's read that scripture again. Had done among the Israelites, even above the heathen. He went out into all the coasts of Judea round about and took vengeance. Oh, here go Judas again. Of them that had revolted from him. Whoa, wait a minute. Of them that revolted from stop, GG, revolted from him. That mean they was with Judas at one point in time? Of them that had revolted from him. Whoa, whoa. So they would dress no more and go forth into the country. And on the other side, when Achan saw that Judas and his company had gotten the upper hand, knew that he was not able to abide their force. He was like, I don't want no smoke, man. They got too much power because they got the Father on their hand. And he went again to the king and said all the worst of them that he could. Oh, king, please help us because Judas, I can't fight him. I ain't no point of fighting Judas in there because you're going to get smoked. Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honorable princes, and the men that bear deadly hate unto Israel, with commandment to destroy the people. Damn, man, these people are friends, but they keep trying to destroy us, though. Please make that make sense. Let's go to second Maccabees. We almost done. I ain't gonna get too much. Second Maccabees 12, 3 to 10. Judas got in work on that too. Y'all know the destruction of Nicanor. I made one of my lessons on it. I don't remember. I made a lesson on it. Go watch that lesson. All right, Second Maccabees 12, verse 3. The men of Joppa also did such ungodly deeds. The men of Joppa. They prayed the Jews that dwelt among them to go with their wives, and children to the boats which they prepared. Y'all Jews, the righteous Jews, go ahead, go into the boats. Yeah, we prepared these boats. As they had meant them no hurt. We ain't gonna do nothing. Just get on the boat. We're taking you on a cruise today. Come enjoy the boat ride. Boat ride. Who accepted according to the common decree of the city, as being desirous to live in peace. Okay, we just don't want no people, no smoke with y'all, please. We just trying to keep the commandments. We'll get on the boat, as long as we stay at peace with y'all, and suspecting nothing. Okay, I think y'all are friends. But when they were going forth into the deep, they drowned no less than 200 of them. When they got us in the water, they drowned us, Israel. Uh-oh. Oh, they in trouble. Here come Judas. When Judah heard of this cruelty done to his countrymen, he commanded those that were with him to make them ready. Go get them swords. Go get them battles ready. Because they drown my brothers and sisters in the water. Call upon the Yah, the righteous judge. We pray to the Father, because the power comes from the Father. All praise go to the Father. All power is the Father. We do nothing without him. Nothing. He just used our vessels to get busy. And call upon Yah, the righteous judge. He came against those, the murderers of his brethren, and burnt the haven by night. And set the boats on fire. Set their boats on fire. And those that fled thither he slew. And the ones that ran, he slew them. Sling. Judas wasn't no joke, man. Y'all got a picture of this scene. He's setting their boats on fire. Then the ones probably swimming. He caught up when they got on land. Sling. Blood everywhere, man. Don't touch my brothers and sisters that's righteous. When the town was shut up, he went backward as he would return to root out of them out of the city of Joppa. Then he went back into the city and started taking all of them out of there too. But when he had heard that blasphemy were minded to do in like manner to the Jews dwelt among them. Now you want to do some things, but when he heard that the Geminites, this is another people, were minded to do like manner to the Jews that dwelt among them, now the Geminites in their land want to do evil to the righteous Israel. He came upon the Geminites also by night. He coming up at night. Where's nightmare? Boo! And set fire on the haven. Whoosh! Set fire on the haven and the navy, so the light of the fire was seen at Jerusalem. 240 furlongs afar off. Their whole city was on fire. 200, what's that? 240 furlongs? I gotta Google that. I gotta see how far that is in miles. That's a lot of fire, Israel. Judas wasn't no joke. Now, when they were gone from thence 9 furlongs in the journey toward Timothy, no fewer than 5,000 men of foot, 500 horsemen of Arabians set upon him. Judas wasn't no joke, y'all. Let's go to verse 14. But they were within, put such trust in the strength. So they ran into their little forfeited city, put their strength. Like, hey, Judas can't come in here. Of the walls and provision vicious, that they behaved themselves rudely toward them that were Judas. Ha! You can't get in this land. I got a strong wall, bars everywhere. Yeah, you can't touch us, Judas. We heard about you. You ain't gonna break through this wall. Rallying and blaspheming and uttered such words that were not spoken. Wherefore Judas with his company called upon the great Lord of the world without any rams or engine of war. They cast down Jericho in the time of Joshua. Prayed unto the Father, because we know how he broke down that wall in Joshua's time. Gave a fierce assault. Boom! Against the walls. Whoa. He didn't have no weapons either, Israel. What? Against the walls, not the door. He went through the wall, Israel. He went through the wall, Israel. And took the city by the will of Yah. What? And took the city by the will of Yah. That was most high wanted this. And made unspeakable slaughters, insomuch that they laid 2 furlongs broad near joining themselves, being filled with seen running with blood, Israel. Judas was dangerous, man. Then departed they from thence 750 furlongs and came Shar unto the Jews that were calling to Bana. And he went to go save his other brothers. Judas was scary, y'all. But when Judas had first band came in sight, the enemies being smitten with fear. Read that again. In sight, the enemies being smitten with fear. Ah! They're our worst nightmares. What are you so scared of Judas for, man? And terror through the appearing of him that see all things. Oh, snap, wait a minute. They looking at Yahweh Shah Mashiach. What? Judas wasn't by himself. Yahweh Shah Mashiach. The king was fighting to Israel. Yo, so I said, I am a man of war like my father. What you sling this thing? So you tell me Yahweh was fighting the nations? But then came to earth and said he loved the nations? And fled a men, one running this way and another way. So they were often hurt of their own men. Boom! They fall on each other, slinging each other, and wounded their points of their own swords. Ah! What sword hit me? Dummies. Oh yeah. Yeah. Verse 26. Then Maccabees marched forth to Quran and to the temple of Arden, and there he slew 520,000 persons, 525,000 people. Sling. Man, this man is going in Israel. 25,000. Judas was dangerous, man. I don't know if y'all know that from that. Check maybe 14, 3 through 10. Now, when Archimus had had been the high priest had defiled himself willingly of the times of their mingling with the Gentile, seeing that by no means he could save himself, nor have any more access to the holy altar. I don't know what just happened. Okay. It's like it. Come to the kingdom reach 150 year, presenting to him a crown of gold, and palm also both which were used solemnly in the temple. So they had held his peace. Howbeit, having gotten opportunity to further his foolish enterprise, being called to the council by Demetrius, he and asked how the Jews stood affected, what they intended, he answered to. Those are the Jews that be called Assyrians, whose captain Judas Maccabees, the Assyrians, the captain Judas Maccabees, this is a people they were, nourished war and are seditious. They mean they revolt, would not let the realm be in peace. They would not let the realm be in peace. Therefore, being devoured, mine answers honor. I mean the high priesthood, and now come hither. First, verily, for the unfeigned care, I have things pertaining to the king. He's like, man, I love the king. I love being the heathen. I love serving the heathen. Second, even for that I attend the good of my own countrymen. For all the nations, no small misery, through the unadvised dealing of them of first said. Everybody's getting beaten because of Judas, man. He's our worst nightmare. Wherefore, O king, seeing thou knows all these things, be careful for the country and our nation, which is pressed on every side, according to the clemency that thou ready shewest unto all. For Judas for as long as Judas liveth, it is not possible that the state should be quiet. Ain't nothing gonna be quiet with Judas still the king, man. You gotta take out Judas, man. I think that's not. It's like it. Last part right here. Peter getting weird. They don't like this Judas story either. First Maccabees 9 verse 7. When Judas therefore saw the host slipped away, this is his end. And the battle pressed upon him, he was sore troubled in mind, much distressed, for he had no time to gather them together. So he's like, hey man, we gotta fight. They was like, man, we ain't got enough people. Judas like, we gonna still fight. Nevertheless, to them he remained, he said, let us arise and go up against our enemies, and peradventure we may be able to fight with them. Come on, man, don't be scared. Let's keep fighting. But they dehorted him, saying, we should never be able. Let us now rather save our lives. Hereafter we return with our brethren and fight against them, for we all be a few. Bro, you tripping, bro. We just fight them another day. Then Judas said, Yah forbid I should do this thing, and flee away from, man, ain't no punk. Judas said, I'm going to die like a soldier. If it's our time come, let us die manfully for our brethren. Let us not stain our honor. We gonna stain our honor being some punks run away from a fight. With that, host Bacchides removed out of their tents and stood over against them. Their horsemen being divided into 2 troops, and their slingers and archers before the host. And they that marched and forward were almighty men. So they coming for Judas. After he was in the right wing. So the host drew near on two parts and sounded their trumpet. Here go the war. They also, Judas side, even the sound of their trumpets. So that the earth shook at the noise of the armies. Everybody, all the earth is shaking. And the battle continued from morning to night. It's a big old battle. Now when Judas perceived the Bacchides and the strength of his army were on the right side, he took them with a hardy man, who defended the right wing, pursued them to the Mount Osus. Judas is winning the war for the moment. But when they of the left wing saw that their right wing were confided, they followed upon Judas. Now he got the left side coming for him. Those that were with him hard at the heels from behind. So they came behind them, man, because they couldn't get them forward. They had to trap them in. Whereupon they were a sore battle, and so much many were slain on both parts. Everybody was getting slain. Sling. Judas also was killed. Oh, man. And the remnant fled. Dang, JJ. What happened? Judas made a deal with the Romans. Most High said, don't make no covenant with the nations. First Maccabees 8. Next battle, we lost. I don't know for sure, but read First Maccabees 8. We made a deal with the other nations. Next chapter, we lost our warrior. But he was still a mighty, mighty warrior, though. Then Jonathan and Simon took Judas their brother and buried him in the sepulchre of his father Medine. Moreover, they bewailed him, and all Israel made great lamentation for him, and mourned many days, saying, how is the valiant man fallen that delivered Israel? How, man? What happened? As for the other things concerning Judas and his wars, and the noble acts which he did, his greatness, they are not written, for there were very many. It was too many things he did. You can't even write them down. Now, after the death of Judas, the wicked, snap. The wicked began to put forth their heads in the coast of Israel. Whoa, you telling me the ungodly got puffed up? And there was all such wrong iniquity. Whoa, In those days also was there a great famine, by reason thereof country revolted, and went with them. Wait a minute, even ones with Judas left too? Dang, Israel, what happened, bro? Then because it shows the wicked man made them lords of the country, and they may inquire what they do, and search for Judas' friends, dang, and brought them to Bacchides, who took vengeance of them, and used them despitefully. Dang, Jay, that's how we got to end it. So was there a great affliction in Israel, the like whereof was not since the time that a prophet was not seen among them. All right, Israel. So I hope y'all enjoyed this lesson. My computer started acting crazy, but I was willing to still get out. It was too much fire. The computer had to go crazy on me. Hope y'all enjoy this song. Pay attention to this song. Judas, the ungodly worst nightmare. That's why this computer got all weird, because they scared Judas might be back watching. Judas might be somewhere in the street. They don't know. He might be asleep. He might be up. They don't know. They know Judas was their worst nightmare. They don't want him to wake up, or they don't want him to find out that he's Judas again. That's for the ones who got an ear to ear to understand that. So I hope you have a wonderful Sabbath, blessed Sabbath. Quench not that spirit. Enjoy this song. Stay strong. To the righteous kings, queens, princes, and princesses, keep fishing. Go get the other righteous ones that's in their sleep. Bring them into the house. Show them love so we can go home. Because the righteous nation is the one that's going into that kingdom. Shalom.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Gotta watch them snakes, they be walking, they be talking. It's no more. They be scamming, they be scheming, they be thieving. They don't slither no more. Gotta watch them snakes. They be walking, they be talking. They don't hiss no more. They be scamming, they be scheming, they be thieving. They don't slither no more. All Israel ain't Israel. Must I go in details that probably leave a long trail? We keep it G like Gmail. They show they skirt like females. Tell lies when they excel. Sell deception like it's retail. But they will not prevail. Deception is detected, we reject it. Persuasion and seduction is neglected. Sitting in church, listening to lies like a dummy. It's a shame what the wicked do for money. Gotta watch for the wolves in sheep clothing. Use persuasion just to play on your emotion. Gotta watch for the snakes in the grass. They be killers, but they don't come with a mask. Yeah, gotta watch them snakes. They be walking, they be talking. They don't hiss no more. They be scamming, they be scheming, they be thieving. They don't slither no more. Gotta watch them snakes. They be walking, they be talking. They don't hiss no more. They be scamming, they be scheming, they be thieving. Gotta watch them. They don't slither no more. Don't let them persuade you. Don't let them seduce you. They did the same to Eve. Please don't be naive. They use words to appease. They come to plant a seed to capture your attention. They purpose be for greed. They might offer gifts. They might show results. But stealing is the same as putting a knife to your throat. See, the Torah give direction. It correct the incorrection. And they heal all the infections. And it teach you every lesson. Look.
And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Gotta watch them snakes. They be walking, they be talking. They don't hiss no more. They be scamming, they be scheming, they be thieving. They don't slither no more.